Check, check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. We are live, we are live, we are live. What's going on, people? Hey, Connor Doobie here. Hope you're having a phenomenal, love that word. What a great word, phenomenal. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Happy Tuesday to you. Feel free to jump in while we do this live. If you're watching this after the fact, let me know. And I have a quick topic I'm going to touch with you. As you know, I just jump in here when I get a minute, spit a little bit of value, a little bit of content for you, and stuff that's actionable, stuff that you can literally take away and start implementing right away. Today, the two-step formula to B2B marketing success. Yes, 2 steps. Doesn't have to be complicated, guys. If you are trying to find a way to sell to businesses, to large businesses, large companies, small companies, doesn't matter. B2B at the end of the day is human to human. It's H to H. Same with, a little bit different from consumer sales and marketing, but B2B has its own unique category and unique approaches. And there's really a 2-step formula that we've dialed in on for ourselves and our clients over the years that can help you to get more business in the door. Now, before I jump into the topic, let me spit my gum out first, so I'm not sitting here chewing on it. My goal this year is to help 500,000 people with content, connection, or cash. So please do me this favor. If I bring you any value, make sure you share this, drop a like, minimally drop a like, drop a comment, and share this with somebody so that I can reach more people with this key information that isn't just theory, but actually stuff that I'm practicing, our clients are practicing, and some of the top experts out there in the world who I have as mentors are practicing as well. So the 2-step formula, B2B sales and marketing does not need to be complex. People try to make it complex. Okay. So there's not hundreds and hundreds of things that you need to try to kind of accomplish, try to tackle, try to break down to be successful with B2B marketing. Okay, really 2 things. Number 1 step is reach. Number 1 step is reach. Very simple. If you cannot reach enough of the right people, they can't find you, they can't do business with you, and you can't grow your business and you can't do more sales. See, again, people like try to make this all complicated, but number 1 step of the 2-step formula is reach. Now, the question is, how do you reach people? A lot of B2B marketers are out there throwing shit on the wall, just trying to see if it sticks, right? When you're cooking spaghetti and you grab a noodle out and you throw it up against the wall to see if it's done. A lot of people doing that with their marketing. Try to identify and survey and ask, where are your clients hanging out? Chances are it's probably LinkedIn. Okay, where are they accessible? Is it email? Is it Facebook? Is it trade shows? Is it conferences? Is there a what's the word I'm looking for? Establishment, a group, an entity that has the audience that you need to reach? It's as simple as that. Find where your audience is by doing research. LinkedIn is one of the best ways to do this because I can literally go into Sales Navigator and I can scope out industry. I can scope out company size. I can scope out titles. I can do this practically for free and be able to understand who are the people I need to reach. If people don't know you, they cannot flow you. They can't flow to you. They can't come into your funnels. They can't reach out to you, right? So that's one of the bigger hurdles for people, is being able to reach your prospects. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It costs creativity to reach your market. So find a way to start a podcast, find a way to start some sort of collaboration platform that you can partner up with the people who have your audience to be able to reach your market, and have your sales team, right? Have people do the outreach to your market through LinkedIn, through all the organic channels that are available. So reach is that should be pretty much a no-brainer. A lot of people understand, yeah, I get that, dude. Like, I need to figure out how to reach my audience. Like, no kidding. Like, that's marketing, right? What's number two, though? Number two is the most disregarded, the most forgotten about, and the least accomplished of the two-step formula, which is number one, reach. Number two, consistency. We live in the noisiest, busiest, most distracted world that you've ever seen. You're constantly fighting the uphill battle of bad news. You're constantly, fighting against politics, whatever it is. Like, your buyers, the guys you're trying to reach, are constantly distracted and bombarded with noise, bombarded with salespeople. So not only is it enough to reach people in a creative manner, but truly the most important is the consistency. Now, the question is, how do you maintain consistency? I just did a podcast yesterday and I was touching on this, right? I was talking about that formula, that consistency. The group does in-person events, in-person networking, and they're trying to figure out how to transition to digital. And what I mentioned is my formula to success, which has been when I meet with people in person, which is still great, at a conference, at a trade show, when I speak and I meet people, it's not good enough just for me to show up, right? It's not good enough for me to just show up that one time. I got to show up over and over and over and over again. So how do you stay consistent? Well, email marketing is kind of a challenge, still great, but you're fighting spam filters, you're fighting all kinds of other noise in the inbox to get to your buyers. So is it really email? At the end of the day, content is the delivery vehicle for consistency. Content is the vehicle for consistency. So if you're trying to figure out, how do I stay consistency? How do I implement the very simple two-step B2B marketing formula of number one, being able to reach people, number two, being able to stay in front of people? Content. Content is the fuel. Content is the vehicle to maintain relationships, education, awareness, top of mind. But the problem is most people struggle to pull this off. Now, when I'm talking about content for consistency purposes in your marketing, whether it is email campaigns, whether it's someone who's engaged on your list, on your website, or they're following you on social media, it's so difficult to pull this off, right? My whole company's built around this, and I even know how challenging it is to pull off content, to be consistent, to be consistent with content. So what do? Find a way to make it easy. Find the one thing that you can produce. Is it video? Is it podcasts, right? Are you, if you do an interview with somebody on your team, or you do an interview with prospects, do you have somebody on your team who has the capability to write consistently? Okay. Do you have visual, graphic expertise? The point I'm trying to make is to really dial in, find the one thing, the one thing that you've identified within your organization that you can stay consistent with, and then use that one piece of content to formulate and amplify the trifecta of content. So take your article that you're consistent at writing, and once a week, read the article into a camera, and then boom, you have video content. Okay. Have someone on your team ask you questions on video and answer them. Boom, you have lots of video content that way. You could create a post a day from a 20-minute video recording. So find the one thing. The thing I don't recommend is trying to maintain consistency by taking other people's information, blog posts, industry resources, stuff that's not attached to you, attached to your brand, attached to your expertise, and just repurposing it, right? Sending it to your list, just sharing it on social media. You want it to be coming from you, and you can pull it off. Now, if you can't pull it off, if you're struggling to pull it off, there are lots of great outsourcing resources. Can't talk today. Can't think today. Lots of great outsourcing resources. So you can hire a company to come in as your outsourced marketing department. This is what we do for complex B2B industries and produce the content for you. So you have a stream going. Okay. It's not enough nowadays just to have a relationship with someone. If you really look at the sales stats, I mean, if you really study how B2B sales work, is this thing going? Yeah. Okay. If you really study how B2B sales work, the stats show that the organization that typically wins the deals are not only the ones who are able to reach people, typically the first entity to reach the company, but also to maintain the most value and to provide the most insights and to provide the most information wins the business. B2B sales have long sales cycles. So when people say B2B and B2B sales are the same, it's not true. B2B sales cycles have such a different, it's such a different beast than selling to consumers. Okay, you have lots of decision makers, you have long sales cycles. And so the two-step formula, number one, reaching people is not enough to win at marketing. If you've been able to tap into the audience, but you're missing the number two piece, which is consistency, you're literally bleeding sales opportunities out to your competitors. So with that, my friends, I just wanted to share that really quick. Again, don't make it complicated on yourself. Make it very easy on yourself and realize marketing is only those two steps: reaching enough for the right people, consistently being able to stay in front of them. The nuances are what channels you use, how you do it, blah, blah, blah. But that comes secondary to first having that mentality of all I got to do is reach people and I got to be the number one company to consistently stay in front of them. So again, guys, Connor Dubie here. If this is the first video you've ever seen of mine, Entrepreneur Since 7, host of the B2B Mentors podcast, speaker, writer, vlogger, all that good stuff. Please make sure you share this out. Make sure you check out activeblogs.com if you are in a complex B2B sector and you need support with content, videos, articles, visual graphic content for your website, email, social media. And with that, my friends, make it a great day. I'll see you on the other side.